Why do men need sex? And I'm not talking about stereotypes or pop culture myths. This is all backed by science and psychology. So, if you're ready for some eye-opening facts, stick around till the end. I'd like to start by sharing a passage from Linda Dillow's book. She explains how hormones play a major role in sexual desire. She describes a man's testosterone levels as steady and consistent, like a flowing river. Men have 17 sexual glands that work constantly, like Energizer bunnies, producing semen stored in sacs within the testes. When these sacs fill up, the testes send a signal to the brain, essentially saying, "Do something before I explode." This shows that a man's need for sex isn't just psychological, it's also physical. So, from a biological perspective, sex is essential for reproduction and passing on genes to the next generation. For men, a strong sex drive has historically been linked to survival. Men who were more motivated to seek out partners and reproduce had a better chance of passing on their genes. It's nature's way of ensuring the continuation of our species. But it's not just about reproduction. Let's talk a little about hormones, specifically testosterone. Testosterone isn't just responsible for physical traits like muscle growth and energy levels, it also fuels sexual desire. A healthy sex life helps regulate this hormone, which in turn supports overall well-being, confidence, and even mental clarity. And here's something cool. Research shows that regular sexual activity helps stabilize testosterone levels. This means sex is both a driver and a result of hormonal health. Alright. So, Dr. Dobson, in his book What Wives Wish Their Husbands Knew About Women, explains that when sexual release is blocked, men experience growing physiological pressure. The seminal vesicles gradually fill, and when they reach capacity, hormonal changes make men highly sensitive to sexual stimuli. Steve Arterburn and Fred Stoker, in their book Every Man's Battle, mention that this buildup happens roughly every 72 hours, which aligns with many men's natural urge for release. At first, I didn't fully understand this. I used to think, sex is a need for men? Really? Well, over time I realized that while a man won't die without sex, some marriages have suffered or even ended due to a lack of intimacy. In that sense, calling sex a need makes sense. It's a biological and physiological aspect of a man's nature, and understanding this helped me better appreciate the role of intimacy in a relationship. Now, here's something science has revealed in recent years. Sex isn't just physical, it's emotional too. When men engage in sexual activity, their brains release oxytocin, also known as the love hormone. Oxytocin fosters feelings of bonding and trust with their partner, which helps build deeper emotional connections in relationships. So for men, sex isn't just about physical pleasure, it's about emotional fulfillment too, and it's something their body demands. Another book points out that sexual fulfillment is the first thing most men can't do without. Studies show that men think about sex frequently, up to 20 times a week or even a month, and it's at the top of most men's priority lists. Really? Is that right? That's how bad you need it? Let me know in the comment section. Okay. So, when women were asked to rank sex on their priority list, many put it much lower. One survey found it ranked 14th, even below gardening. Could you believe it? But this difference highlights how God created men and women differently. Of course, in some cases, women may have a higher sex drive, and if that's the case for you, embrace it. But generally, men's need for sex is more prominent, and we need to recognize it. And did you know that regular sex is great for mental and physical health? Studies show it reduces stress, boosts immunity, improves heart health, and even enhances sleep quality. Plus, sex triggers the release of endorphins, the body's natural mood boosters. Okay, so, if someone had asked me what my husband's number one want was, I'd have said sex. But if they'd asked me what his number one need was, I wouldn't have thought of sex in that context. It's important to note that it's not a need like food or water. In fact, I remember one woman shared her story. She told me, "I've tried to be the best wife possible. I cook 3 healthy meals a day, keep the house spotless, and make sure his shirts are always ironed. But my husband still says, 'You don't love me.'" She couldn't understand how he felt unloved when she was doing so much. Then she realized she was neglecting an important part of his needs, intimacy. She said, "I thought sex was something we did before kids. I didn't see its purpose after that." But ignoring his need for physical connection left him feeling unloved, even though he appreciated everything else she did. Understanding this changed her perspective. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. So, yeah. See you in the next one.